Hello, my name is Choe here with the Harvard Political Review at Lowell JCR, where in a few short minutes, student leaders from groups ranging from the Chinese Students Association to the Harvard Foundation will be sharing their experiences about being Asian American here at Harvard. In the light of the recent email threats to Asian and Asian American women, we believe that there is no better time than now to address this issue.
I definitely want people to understand that, there's a lot of diversity within the community, and that that's something that doesn't necessarily always get recognized or is discussed. And I definitely want people to be able to connect with one another and start to build relationships outside of just these cultural organizations and events that are put on, because I think for me that's what's been most important in finding and being able to adjust to coming to Harvard and leaving home is finding community. And for me, I just wanted to hear the sounds that were familiar to me and the smells that are familiar to me and the food that's familiar to me. They're all the combination of all these things, and just being with people who understand me on some way that I don't have to consistently explain a lot of my values and my cultural traditions. That's what I want people to be able to find at this event with one another.
I would say culture groups are extremely helpful, especially with finding a community or balance, or even going to cultural events can be a nice way to especially if you're feeling kind of lost, kind of finding a nice family here at Harvard.
In light of the multitude of events that have been happening affecting the Asian American community on campus, I think I want people to come away with, having taken away from this event, is that there is space and that there is communities for people to go to turn to, whether or not they request a more, or they wish for a more political space to sort of share their thoughts and be validated that way, or for it's even more a social sort of hangout space. There are people that can connect in the sort of range of diversity of experiences that Asian Americans have on this campus. There are always things